Hello and welcome to our 7-day e-class. I am so happy that you decided to take this class with me. I am taking the class along with you so that I can get my financial house in order as well. So thank you so very much. I hope that everyone received their plans this morning and I think it was this afternoon at 1 p.m. I sent out an email to everybody who had responded to me, so that you will be prepared for our session tonight. Now, the wonderful thing about this session is that you can do it at your own pace. So thank you so very much for joining. I am Francine Humphrey. I'll be your instructor for the next 7 days, and we're going to cover quite a few things in a short period of time. So I want you to be prepared and to be ready. So today we're just going to start with step 1. And this is a step-by-step process, and you can just follow along at your own pace. There's no rush to do it, but you must keep up each day so that you can get your financial house in order. Now, we know that everything's not going to happen in 1 week, but this is a stepping stone so that you may get started and start thinking about your future. Today, we want to go over some of the concepts that will be involved throughout the week, and we encourage you to read them, reread them again, and look at this video again. At the end of the video, there is a place where you can make comments and ask questions if you choose to do so. Or if you would just like to email me to ask questions, you can do that directly at icwdirector@gmail.com, because we want you to get a lot out of this class. What we will be doing is identifying and explaining the key concepts behind successful long-term and short-term investing. We're including a variety of easy-to-use worksheets and questionnaires. We encourage you to use these to develop an accurate picture of your current situation. So today we're going to start with setting your goals. Now, many of you have done this already, so this is nothing new to you, but I'm asking you to start right here, right where you are today. Set some goals for long-term and short-term, and this is at your own pace, your own leisure, what is good for you. What you're thinking about for your future. If you're in a business, where do you want to go in the next 5 years and 10 years? And then if you're in a career, where do you want to be in the next 5 years and 10 years? Or if it's a personal goal that you set, maybe you want to lose weight. Maybe you have decided that you want to take a class. So we want you to write those down. This is your first assignment for today for the class. See, I told you we're just going to jump right in and get it started. Because financial planning depends upon you understanding what your current needs are, that's why I want to start here. So once you have done your list of your goals, your long-term and your short-term, then I want you to start working on your income. So it's very important for you to determine where you are and where you want to go and who you are at this particular time. Some of us have made plans throughout the years, year after year, so you had set a time frame for you to get some things done, and maybe you weren't able to do that. So I'm here to encourage you to do that today as a part of our first session. Dealing with your future in general, it's going to take some relearning and some rethinking. So I want you to just think about it, jump right in there, be honest with yourself. Nobody has to see this but you, but we are going to do it in a way that it's going to help you. And at the end of the 7 days, I know that you're going to be thinking differently than you were today. So every day for the next 7 days, you're going to receive a video from me or email around this same time after 5 p.m. And I chose that time because I know some of you are still working. So I want you to have it by the time that you get home so that you'll be able to work on it. To begin, we suggest that you write your goals down and then start making plans to get ready and prepare yourself for the coming week. So you have to know who you are, and your goals are just your goals. They're just for you to know. So you're not taking any risks by taking this class. What we're going to do is open your mind and give you the power of suggestion. With these factors in mind, we suggest that you work on your financial goals for you and your family. We also want you to work on specific goals. And so we want you to do timelines and time frames, and we're going to help you with that. But we're looking forward to helping you plan for your retirement. Maybe you want to buy a home, your first home, or maybe you want to buy a second home for investment. Maybe you want to save money for education for your children. And for most of us, these are all long-term goals, and these are all major goals. On the other hand, short-term goals can include buying a new car, taking a vacation, or remodeling your home. With this in mind, this should give you some places to start where you want to be with your short-term goals and your long-term goals. So we want to get you started, and we want to use this opportunity so that you can develop your personal financial plan. We want you to get your house in order. So I'm going to give you a few concepts that you can use for your first class today. And it's not etched in stone. We can change these things to adapt to any individual in any situation. But this is just something for you to go on. You want to invest in your growth and in your future. And if you don't know how to invest, this is where this training is going to come in handy for you, because we're going to give you some tips on how to do that. But the most important luxury that we have is time. The luxury of time allows you to look at a long-term goal and then to decide how you're going to reach it. So that's tip number one. Next, we want you to think about diversifying. And people talk about that all the time. What does that mean? And you know that diversify means to divide your funds up so that you can see where they're going. You don't want to, as they say, put everything in one basket. You want to have a savings account. You want to have a retirement account. You want to have the education account. You want to have that account for building your home, if that's your goal, or whatever it is that you want to do, or starting your business. So each account has to be separate, and you have to plan when you're going to start those particular goals. And we want you to start them this week. So that's why we're putting this together, so that you can start thinking about that and start moving forward. Because some of us are stuck in our finances. We don't know how much we have saved, because the husband and the wife, and if you're a couple, you need to sit down and discuss these things with each other, so that you will know where your funds are, where they're going, and that you need to be on the same page. If you are a single parent, then you need to decide when you're going to start putting money away for the children's college. And if you don't have children, when are you going to start placing your money for retirement? Because all our situations have changed in the last 5 years. Just look at where you are right now and what you have gone through and what has drastically changed in your life, because I can guarantee you almost everybody has had a change in the last 5 years. So use your time to help reduce risk. So we want to talk about that this coming week. We don't want you to be worried about, if I put my money in this plan or that plan, am I going to lose it? But the first thing we're going to work on this week is starting your savings plan, because you have to do that. Have that rainy day fund, putting that in place and getting it started. Once you get to your first $1,000, I know that you're going to be excited, and that you're going to send me an email and tell me how you achieve that goal, because that's going to be our first assignment for this week. Plan how you're going to achieve your first $1,000 in savings. It doesn't matter if you have money in savings already, because if you haven't been putting in something all along, we want to change your mindset so that you start thinking about how I'm going to reach that first new $1,000. Okay, you may already have money in savings, and that is great. Most people don't have $1,000 in savings. They just don't. So if you are one of the lucky ones that do already have that in place, we want you to start on your next $1,000. That sounds small to some people, but for some people, that's a big goal. So we want you to think about how you're going to do that, how you're going to get that savings into place. And we're going to work on that this week. And so another thing we want you to consider is, if you want to start a business, or if you want to further your career, do you need to go back to school? What do you need to do? Do you have to finance it yourself? If you're starting your business, do you have money set aside for your 6 to 12 months that you can live off of your income while you get your business started? Or are you going to start your business and do it part-time? So it's so much to think about. So today you have your first assignment. If you have any questions, please send me an email. I am so happy to be working with you, and I look forward to seeing you on the other side.